One of my favorite books, Harold and the Purple Crayon, written by Crockett Johnson. Our standard today is draws a variety of lines, which means different kinds of lines. We're going to use straight lines, curved lines, angled, broken, thick, and thin lines. We're also going to create shapes, which is another element of art. And some of the shapes may look geometric, some may look like free form shapes, but they're going to be different so that we can have a variety of things going on in our artwork. Now, we're going to look at Harold and the Purple Crayon, just a little bit of this video, and then we're going to get on to our drawing lesson. Paper, which is called a horizontal line, and he's thinking what he can draw. He's using his imagination. The first thing he draws is the moon. And then he draws a pathway. And now he starts walking. Notice he keeps his purple crayon in his hand. There's that horizontal line again. Now he's going to stop, and then he's going to draw something else. He draws a tree. And he puts apples on it. Then he's thinking of something else he can draw. And then he draws a ferocious dragon. Oh my goodness! Harold is so scared until his purple crayon is shaking. He draws water, and he has to draw something to keep from sinking. What is it? That's right, boys and girls. He draws a boat along with a sail. And there he is inside the boat. Now we're going to stop right there, boys and girls, and we're going to go back to our drawing. The question is, what can we make with a line? Now, you need lines in order to communicate your ideas as an artist. And when we use lines, those lines turn into shapes. And after a while, we have a beautiful picture. Now, here's our vocabulary. Of course, we're using line. We're going to use straight line, curved lines, zigzag lines, dotted lines, and dashed lines. Here is a perfect example of those lines. Do you see the zigzag line? Do you see the dashed line? What about the straight and curved lines? That's right, boys and girls. Here's the zigzag line, the dashed line, the straight line, and the curved line. Here's our picture of Harold drawing that sailboat. And we see that he's added some wonderful birds. Now it's time for us to get started drawing our picture. Boys and girls, I may stop the video from time to time and pause it because I want you to understand each step. Those boys and girls that are at home that are drawing, I want you to be able to stop the video at any time. Pause this video so just in case, so that you will have time to draw each step. And you have the right to go back if you need to review what you may have missed. First of all, we have to figure out what position we're going to have our paper in. We are not going to use this vertical position where our paper stands tall, but we're going to use the horizontal position because this gives us plenty of room to draw our sailboat and our water and the things that we want in the sky. Now, boys and girls, those especially you that are in class, I want you to flip your paper over on the back. And these three things need to be on the back of your paper. You need to write your first and last name, your teacher's name, and you also need to write your grade. If you're in kindergarten, you're going to write a K. If you're in first grade, you're going to write number 1. To those boys and girls that are at home, the only thing you need to do is get your parents to take a photograph of your paper, and then you're going to upload it to my Google Classroom. And I will send you a code for that so that you can upload your finished art project. Now we're going to get started drawing. The first thing I want you to do is draw a long horizontal line in the middle of your paper. But I want you to leave space on each side. So we're not going to start at the edge and draw all the way across. We're going to start in the middle and we're going to draw a long horizontal line. Notice I have space at the top of my paper, empty space at the bottom, because we need that in order to draw the rest of our picture. Next, boys and girls, underneath that horizontal line, we are going to draw the waves for our water. Now, it's important that we start this one on the edge of our paper, and then we're going to go all the way across, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's how we're going to do it. Up, down, up, down, up, down, until we get all the way to the other side of our paper. So notice the difference. This line, we stop in the middle. We don't touch the edges of our paper. But with our wavy line, we touch both sides of our paper, the edge. Then, boys and girls, we want to draw the sides of our boat. So we're going to start at that top of that horizontal line, and we're going to draw a curved line that kind of comes down. And it stops right there at the top of that wavy line. And we do that to both sides of our paper, both sides of our boat shape. Now, you notice, now we have our boat. And it looks like it's floating in the water. Now, boys and girls, we're going to draw the sail. So we start and we draw a straight vertical line that goes all the way down and stops at the top of our boat. We don't go inside of it at all, but it stops right there at the top. Boys and girls, you may pause the video if you need to, for those of you that are at home. Next, boys and girls, we're going to start drawing our sail. We start with a short, slanted line that is coming away from our vertical line. that makes the mass. It's short, but don't draw it too short because then it'll be itty bitty, and we don't want it to be itty bitty. We want to be able to see our sail. Now, if you notice, I have an arrow that's slanting down because that will be the direction of our next line that we're going to draw. It's going to slant down. It's not going to go straight down, but it's going to slant in that direction. And there it is, boys and girls. See it? It's slanting down. Now, to give us a heads up on the direction of the next line that we're going to draw, I've inserted an arrow that shows us that line is going to go straight in to that vertical line to create the sail of the boat. And boys and girls, here it is. See that line? Now you can see the sail of the boat. And yours should look like mine. And if it doesn't, keep practicing. Now here comes the fun part, boys and girls. We're going to start drawing ourselves inside the boat. And we want to start with a circle shape. That's going to be our head. And I leave a little space between the circle and the top part of the boat because I want to draw my neck. And that's just two little lines underneath my circle shape. Then, boys and girls, we want to add to it. Now, I want you to draw a face on your circle. So now you will be able to see, of course, we have two eyes. We have a nose. And I'm happy, so drew myself smiling with a curved line. And I put some eyebrows up there just to give me a little personality. And of course, I put some curly hair on my head, boys and girls. Now, I want you to draw you. If you have braids in your hair, ponytails, or if you have short haircut, just draw it. Have fun with that. Now, after you've drawn yourself and you're happy with that, go ahead. We don't want to leave our sky empty. Remember, Harold drew a moon that looks like a banana, big fat banana in the sky. And I added some birds. And boys and girls, if you don't want to be sailing in your boat at night, you might want to change it, make it look like daytime, a beautiful daytime sky. So instead of drawing the moon, you can draw the sun. You can also add some clouds in the sky. Whatever you want to do, that'll be fine. Now, boys and girls, after you've done and completed your picture, I would love for you, though, especially those boys and girls at home, to get your parents to take a picture of it and upload it to my Google Classroom. And we'll talk about the code so that you can put that in. And that's it. That's all you have to do. At this time, we're going to stop. And I can't wait to see your beautiful art projects. Sail away.